Ladies and gentlemen, yes, this is your favorite show, Sports Unfolded, with your favorite hosts, Eric and Ron.
Hey, sports fans! Welcome to the best sports podcast on the planet, Sports Unfolded, where we cover all of the top sports stories that have happened this week. I am your host, Eric. Main man right over there, Ron. How are you tonight?
Oh, me? Me? How am I?
How are you?
Gee, Eric, I would love to tell you how I am today.
Oh, boy.
Love to.
Hugo already on the chat. Thank you. Even through this ad. We appreciate it, Hugo. Thank you for the pennies. How does that work now? Because pennies don't even exist anymore.
I don't know.
So do they shortchange us? They short. You get like 8 cents. You don't get.
It's supposed to be rounded, but for some reason, I feel like they're always rounding it down.
Yeah, I got a feeling like
it's
that.
Always the consumer that gets screwed. You know this.
Oh, it's Shaq's birthday. All right. Digitally, they do. Oh, okay. They digitally. Okay. All right. Good call, buddy. Good call, Hugo. All right. Well, we are the best sports podcast on the planet. And we want to ask if you are joining this broadcast live tonight, join the chat. Let us know what you think. We've got a ton to cover. So we are excited about that. But before we really get started, Ron, let's thank those that help continue to make Sports Unfolded nationwide. And our good friends in Providence, Rhode Island, we want to start with them.
Sure, Eric. Tonight's show is brought to you by Sprout Co-working. For all your co-working needs, large or small, visit sproutcoworking.com.
Also want to thank WDJY FM in Dallas, Georgia, 99.1 for your support and putting us on every Saturday at 1 p.m., as well as our good friends in Southeast Connecticut, S6E10 Public Access Channel 12. We appreciate the support and putting us on every Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Thank you for that. Ron, before we get into the sports talk, I wanted to talk about a topic. You know how I get, man, sometimes at the beginning of this thing, but I know you, of all people, love competition. It's just who you are. It's ingrained in you. So have you seen the recent burger wars? So McDonald's, the CEO of McDonald's, did this whole video, and he literally took no bite of the burger. So now it's become a thing where Burger King CEO actually, now he did a burger. It's the Portuguese and Ron. Good call. Yes, it is. Yeah, all us Portuguese are definitely competitive. That's a fact. So then Burger King did the same thing. You may want to cover this on your Going On Daily. I'm telling you, this is a huge story now. So then Wendy's has now done it, and they've made a video where this guy just ate half the burger. So it all started because McDonald's CEO basically took a kid-sized bite, and he's like, look at how great this is. He didn't want to eat the burger. He had no desire to eat this new McDonald's burger. Yeah, Burger King. Is Arby's doing it too, Hugo? I haven't seen the Arby's one yet, but I've definitely seen the Burger King and the Wendy's one. You got to check this out. It's absolutely insane. It just goes to prove that they don't care what they put in your body. But
I wish I still had my fire pit, because I would jump in on this. And let me tell you, they have nothing on burgers that I make.
They know what's in the burger. They do know what's in the burgers, Hugo. It's a little scary. That man was fearing for his life when he took a bite of that McDonald's burger. He was just yeah, look, it's great. Yeah, wow. So check it. Yeah, I think they got a new McArch burger or something that he was gonna. You've got to see it after this. You got to watch.
I had a burger at Cumberland Farms last week.
Andy, thanks for joining. Monday. From where?
From Cumberland Farms, and it's better than McDonald's.
Really?
Yes.
They have burgers now?
They have burgers.
Come
Go
on.
figure.
Cumberland
But
Farms
I was a little
goes at the
upset
hell.
though because they took those mac and cheese bites off the menu.
Jake, thanks for joining. We got a full house already. Cumbies for the win. We're doing great, Jake. Thanks for asking. How are you? All right, Ron, you ready to talk some sports? I don't know if you're ready. Are you calm yet? Have I calmed you with my burger story?
I'm a little worried about this segment, Eric.
We're going to kick it off. Jason Tatum, by the way, caught right now. So Jason Tatum returns tonight. We will talk about it as well during the broadcast. So let's start with our leadoff story, Ron. The NHL trade deadline has ended at 3 p.m. today, Eastern Standard Time. Your thoughts on some winners and losers? We normally do this with basketball as well during the trade deadline. So, Ron, first impressions, a lot of moves, a lot of movement. Obviously, this started early, too. There was some trades done well in advance of the deadline. We're going to talk more about the stuff that just happened, some of the great or not so great moves. I got a call from Bob Ryan. Oh, really, Jake? That's phenomenal. Bob Ryan's up there.
Yeah, he's a little up there.
He's up there.
Tell him a Boston Globe.
Tell him to come see Sports Unfolded, Jake.
Yeah.
So let's talk first about some winners, Ron. I mean, obviously, we got to start off with the Colorado Avalanche, best record in the NHL, made a couple of big moves. Nazem Kadri. That's obviously a massive move, and then
that's the biggest move.
And then Nicholas Roy as well. So they got two centers to add to the scoring. Huh?
It's hockey. It's
Roy.
Roy.
These guys.
Nicholas Roy.
I can't.
It's actually supposed to be Rua, but I don't know what happened to. I think Americans just got lazy and said Wa.
Gotcha. So obviously, Colorado continues to look to dominate the sport.
Yeah, and they just did that.
This is a great move for them. Anything else? So who do you have up there for winners?
Well, Colorado was the clear-cut winner, getting Kadri. That is just massive. And when you start breaking down that Colorado team, I mean, their third line is going to be better than most teams' first line. It's just how it is. So they're the clear winners. I would expect them to return to the Stanley Cup this year.
All signs point to it, so I could agree with you there.
But that division just made amazing moves. That's where the arms race is right now, in that Central Division. Dallas made some great moves as well. They picked up Tyler Myers from Vancouver.
Yeah.
Huge defenseman.
Yeah. Michael Bunting.
And also Michael Bunting was a good pickup for them too as well.
Very good pickup, left winger. Right. With Ratton's injury, right? Maybe he slides into that wing spot for them. So that was a good move. I really liked, Ron, in what impressed me most was some of these teams that haven't been in the postseason for a while or maybe have been teetering. The Buffalo Sabres made two big moves with defensemen.
They're going for it.
Logan Stanley, Luke Shen, and then even forward Tanner Pearson.
Yes.
Listen, this is a team that has the longest streak for professional sports of being out of the postseason. And obviously they're saying they feel this is their best chance this season to get back to the postseason, and they didn't sit on their hands like some teams.
Picking up the two defensemen from Winnipeg was massive for them because they have some offensive talent on that blue line. But getting that defensive help is going to make it difficult for teams to play against them because they got bigger, they got a little meaner, and they're tied with Tampa Bay at the top spot.
Yeah,
which is
Tampa Bay making a move as well, right? And Tampa Bay making a move, getting Corey Perry, the right winger, who's got a ton of playoff experience, though. So, again, he fits right into what they've done in the past.
Good pickup.
Other move that I really liked, the other winner that I had was the Anaheim Ducks.
Oh, Anaheim, they
John,
they went for it
yep,
this
John
season. That's for sure.
Carlson, obviously their biggest pickup,
That's
the
big.
defenseman. Get
That is
some,
so big.
and they got a good mix now of young veterans, right? So this
Yeah.
team looks like they are primed for the postseason.
Yeah, like they're talking. All the critics are talking about the right side of that defense. It's going to be so tough to play against. They're they have a quality defensive lineup now, and they're big. They're going to be heavy to play against. So when you're trying to forecheck in their end, they're going to be able to handle that.
Yeah,
They're going to be able to move the puck out of their end. And with the offensive talent that they have on that team, they are going to be dangerous. And to be
Jake,
honest with you, I think they moved ahead of Vegas in the power struggle
right,
out in that
nice.
division.
Jake, thanks for the plug. We appreciate it. Any other winners, Ron? Before we move on to some of the teams that may not.
Like I said, Colorado did their thing, and Dallas, Minnesota also winners in this. So those three teams are going to battle it out. It's going to be amazing in the postseason this year. Minnesota did a really good job at, and it goes back to Quinn Hughes. When they got Quinn Hughes before the Olympics even started, that was a huge deal. And what they did, picking up Nick Foligno, former Bruin, former Chicago Blackhawk, former a lot of things. They brought so much leadership in with him. And they brought in Jeff Petrie from Florida.
Wow.
And that's another defenseman that can come in and put some offensive recognition to that defense, along with Quinn Hughes. I'm guessing Petrie will probably play on the second pairing, maybe third. But I would say second pairing. And they got Bobby Brink from Philadelphia, who, he's a pretty good bottom six guy. So they shored up that fourth line for sure. And they're gonna be tough to play against as well. Colorado still got the edge, because of that Kadri deal, but Columbus and the Islanders also winners in my book. Columbus, got Connor Garland from Vancouver, who I was kind of hoping the Bruins would pick up and get, but Columbus made the move.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be enough to get them in, and I don't think Boston's going to make it.
Yeah, so we can move on to some losers, and I think that's the point. One of the teams you just mentioned, the Canadians, who are 3 points ahead of Columbus, really didn't do anything, and they had a great opportunity to honestly, hold that position, get into the postseason. That was a disappointment. Same thing in the Western Conference with the Kraken. Again, 3 points ahead of the Sharks, Kings, and Predators. All three of those teams made moves.
Well, Seattle the Sharks did make a move. Bobby McMahon from Toronto.
Yeah,
that's going to shore up the middle of the ice.
All I get is "Don't worry, be happy." I thought you said Bobby McFadden for a second. I got all excited.
No.
Don't worry, be happy.
It's not a move that is going to wow people, but he did play on that first line.
Right. The Kings got Panarin earlier, before obviously the trade deadline. The Preds made some moves. So again, I thought the Kraken really had a good opportunity. Celebrini, you saw his growth in the Olympics. To me, had a great opportunity to put a player around him that's just going to help.
San Jose.
Oh, the Sharks. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, good call. Kraken. I'm thinking Seattle. Good call, buddy. That's why you're my hockey guy. You're my hockey guy. All right, so let's talk a little bit.
I think San Jose, though, is waiting for next year. I don't think they're close. They're close. They're close, but I think they're really going to take a look at it next season.
Okay.
That's what I think. They're waiting on that.
All right.
They're
What
waiting.
what about the Boston Bruins here? I know you wanted to discuss them for a little bit. So let's talk about what they didn't do.
Well, they are the biggest loser.
You are the biggest loser.
They're the biggest loser. Because this team has overachieved all season, and we all know this.
Yeah. Agreed.
And whether Sweeney knows this or not, I don't know. I'm not inside of the Boston, luxury box. But you have one of two jobs to do. You're either going to improve the team and reward the players for having a good season, or you're going to sell. You have to make that decision. This middle ground that they've chosen, where they go out and they pick up 3 minor leaguers and make it look like they did something, aka Boston Red Sox, is infuriating. Because you clearly have 2 guys that you could trade away that are free agents that you have no intention of bringing back. Arvidsson and Peak. You have no intention of bringing them back. But you don't move them for anything? I don't care what you get for them. You got to move them.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you know you're going to lose them.
And I don't understand what you're doing in that luxury box. Either go and get Trocheck, and I understand he's probably too expensive, and that's fine. There are other center icemen out there that can do that job as well, and you didn't make a move on them.
Yeah,
You
listen.
didn't make a move.
We were talking before the show already started. The New England market, when it comes to the sports franchises, honestly, is starting to get a little disappointing with the fact that the lack of spending by these teams, and this Bruins deadline goes to prove another example of that, where, listen, the Boston Celtics get you the championship. You look forward to having a team that's going to be competitive for years to come. Granted, they're having a good season, but your top line players, some of those guys that got you to the championship, are gone. The Boston Red Sox continuously, every season, they're going to sign this guy. They need a big bat. They talk a great game and do nothing. The New England Patriots, who spent a lot of money last offseason and now are deciding to get rid of some of their best players. So it's like they're taking for granted the New England fan base, in that we're just going to continue to go to these games. Your ticket prices are raised every year, and yet you're not going to put a competitive team on the court or the ice or the field that honestly can win a championship. I think you're 100% right. This Bruins organization, Ron, is so accepting of the fact that they are going to be a middle of the round team.
Yep.
If we do some things right or some teams, flounder, then we're in. It's not what we do. It might be what everyone else doesn't do. And yeah, it's Jerry Jones moves, right? Jerry Jones talked about all these moves he's going to make again this offseason and spend money. Let's see what happens. But these owners, these organizations, the Boston Bruins, I know how frustrated you are, Ron, because you are a diehard Bruins fan. You've been for a long, long time now. And it doesn't seem like there's ever any path to get to another Stanley Cup. They are legitimately okay with being a bottom of the barrel team that if you get in, great. If you don't, it's because we didn't have enough talent. Then get talent. Go get the talent. They had opportunities. You're in the postseason right now. You're in the postseason. If it ended today, the Boston Bruins are in the postseason. Why wouldn't you want to get rid of some players that you have no interest in, to say, hey, maybe I get a piece that's going to help us in the postseason that could make the difference for us to at least compete for a Stanley Cup? If they get in today and it ended today, that team is not winning a Stanley Cup.
No, it's not even going to win the first round.
So why not make a move?
Yeah, and this is the frustrating part. It's like I understand where they are in the standings. I get it. So you either got look, you can't play the middle ground, because if you do get in right now with this team, you're going to get swept. And not only do you get swept and embarrassed out of the playoffs, now you're looking at, now you're not even in the top 10 picks.
Yeah, right.
So,
we don't think about that, right? At the back end of it, it hurts your draft status.
Right. And let me tell you, the Bruins have enough trouble drafting quality players. They got lucky this past draft because one got handed to them because nobody took him because they thought he was too small. That could be a problem later on, but we'll see. And it's like, what you do, you go and you trade some of your prospects down in the minors for other people's prospects that can't make their team.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? So now what you have three players coming back, going down to the minors. And you know what's going to happen? Now they're going to take ice time away from your prospects like Patra, Lysell, Merkulov, the ones that you want to get a lot of ice time for. Because this is what they did last year. They didn't bring those guys up.
Mm-hmm.
They kept them down there, and they had all these guys like Tuft and all these scrubs playing that are taking up the ice time that you should have the young players doing.
Yeah. No, agreed.
And it's so frustrating because right now we have two solid lines of fourth liners. Two.
Hey. That wins you hockey games, right? Fourth line is so you see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sure it does.
Listen, we could probably talk about this for an hour and a half, Ron.
Yes.
But I will say this.
Give me an eye ache.
I think that
Serenity now.
To end it off with, listen, the Colorado Avalanche just continued to show their dominance this season, not only on the ice, but even their off the ice moves.
Vegas will lose us too,
Yeah, listen, there's a lot of teams that we could probably.
Hill is having a horrible year. How do you not go after a goaltender?
Yeah.
Like, Bobrovsky was available.
Which is crazy.
And he signs a 2-year extension. But he was available. Binnington in St. Louis was available.
Yeah. Well, again, we'll see what happens, but big moves. But, Ron, we're going to talk some NFL if you're ready.
Oh, yeah.
Let us know what you think about the hockey trade deadline if you're out there and you looked at any of it. But we're going to talk some NFL. The Buffalo Bills make a move. They have traded for wide receiver DJ Moore. Can this be the playoff answer for the Buffalo Bills?
Well, I don't know about that, but he's very capable. I mean, you're going to have probably, arguably, one of the best two quarterbacks in the league throwing him the ball.
Wow, Manny, we're not going to go into that one, Manny, but that was a good joke. I love it.
Wow.
Blue Fire, thanks for joining us. Blue Fire, thanks for joining us as well. What's he changing his?
I guess he was tired of paying
Mrs. Phoenix Bryant. Phoenix Bryant also said, "Go Bruins." Thank you, Phoenix. This again, a lot of passion. You can see the Bruins cup in the background in Ron's. That's a good pick. I don't know if I like this. This trade, to me, it doesn't make. Listen, 17 games with the Bears. We think the Bears, right? What a turnaround, and Caleb Williams, and you made all these moves. He had 50 receptions last season in 17 games. He played a full season. He had 50 receptions. I don't see where. Listen, they have one. I see it now, Hugo. They have won receiver that had more receptions, Shakir for the Buffalo Bills, 72 receptions. The next two are Kincaid and Knox, are both tight ends. Their second best wide receiver was Keon Coleman, who had 38 receptions. That's only 12 more than DJ Moore, or 12 less than DJ Moore had. Like, I don't know if DJ Moore makes a big difference.
It is more
for the Buffalo Bills. It is more, but to me, they needed to build. They need a defense. They need to be able to stop teams. They need a listen. If you're going to go out and get a wide receiver, to me, DJ Moore is a B receiver, not an A receiver. They needed to go top of the line. Like, you go for it.
So he's a BE receiver.
A BE.
BE receiver.
B receiver. BE receiver. And I will say, listen, at the end of the day, you need guys that are going to perform in the postseason. And Shakir had 19 receptions in the postseason. Kincaid, 9. Brandon Cooks, who they picked up, had 5 receptions. I think DJ Moore in the one playoff game that they had, he had like 7. So, I don't feel like this moves the needle for Buffalo. It's a move.
You know what they should have done? And maybe they might still do it.
Stephon Diggs. Bring him back.
No. I was thinking George Pickens.
Well, Pickens, again, if you're going to make the move, you got to give up some draft capital. Again, but it might be worth it. To me, Pickens is definitely an A receiver.
Worth it. Or
it's an A receiver.
Brown from Philly.
Yeah, and then look what he did with Diggs. I'm telling you, they need, like, Diggs is obviously on the back end of the career. Pickens, I agree, much better today. Like, he's a young wide receiver who's obviously extremely talented.
Right, and Manny's right. If you just go get a good receiver, he's going to be unstoppable. Especially if his name is Ron.
Oh, boy.
Ron Stoppable.
Pickens is a cowboy. I don't think Pickens is going anywhere, Manny.
No, I don't think so either.
But again, if I am Buffalo, that would.
If I'm trading for somebody, those are the guys that you go after. Why not go get AJ Brown?
It's a better option to me than Moore. I would put AJ Brown ahead of him.
Oh God, yes.
So this is what I'm saying. Like, to me,
Brown is being wasted.
The Buffalo
I don't
Bills
understand what they're doing over there.
The Buffalo Bills made this move to shut fans up. That's what this move was. Like, hey, look, we're doing something. And it sounds good on paper. When I saw that headline, I'm like, wow, DJ Moore, that's a pretty good move. And then I looked at the numbers and I'm like, he's okay. Yeah. I don't put him in the category of elite. They need to get him an elite receiver that he can actually just stay in the pocket and chuck it instead of having to run for his life and do too much and always injured because he's trying to be Superman.
They are squandering their window.
I think they may have already done that.
I know. I think they might have.
The last year was their best season or best opportunity to get there. You had no Burrow. You had no Mahomes. You had no Lamar Jackson. Those are probably considered the 3 best quarterbacks in the AFC besides Josh Allen.
Right.
And you didn't have enough playmakers to help Josh Allen out. And then you don't have a defense that could stop a team when needed. You need legitimate pass rushes. You need some guys in the secondary, and you need an elite receiver. It is that simple for the Buffalo Bills. If they don't go out and do something else, Ron, this team is never getting to the postseason with Josh Allen. It's a shame because I honestly think if there's a quarterback that I would like to see get there that isn't a New England Patriot, it's probably Josh Allen. And I think that team's
he's so good.
Disappointing.
He plays well too in the postseason. And for whatever reason, they don't get him what he needs. You can't keep putting him out there to have to run and scramble for first downs and risk injury because he goes down. Buffalo is nothing. They become a basement team. And There's only a matter of time before he gets fed up with it and he leaves.
Yeah, listen.
This could be a Barry Sanders kind of thing.
The crazy part about it is we say all the time, there is no such thing as a guaranteed contract in the NFL anymore. And when you get a player that gets that upset, at some point they find ways to force themselves out. It doesn't matter. Micah Parsons, yeah, I think that was a great example, right? Probably one of the top 5 pass rushers.
Joe Burrow retiring because he doesn't get any help.
Could happen, right? Crazy.
But he's got receivers, but who's the?
They have no defense, and they have no defense. Like they don't even. Defense. I don't even think why even bother putting. I think they only put out like 10 guys till 9 guys on defense. They say we don't even need the 11. We'll just go with it. We gotta go. Take a play off. Don't worry about it. Yeah,
I don't care because Joe Burrow puts people in the seats.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about money. It doesn't matter. They're not losing money. Money. All right, Ron, we're going to move on. We're going to talk some baseball in our starting 5.
Like, is there going to be anything I'm not upset at? Like, seriously.
3, 2, 1.
Burrow had no O-line. Manny, you're 100% right. None. And then their defense was atrocious. And the one guy that probably is their best defensive player, they just let walk. So I don't see their defense being any better next season. All right, Ron, we're going to talk some Major League Baseball, but the World Baseball Classic, Team USA. There is so much hype with this team. So we said we're going to do a starting 5 on our top 5 players on this team for the Americans. And I am first this week, America. So I am going to give you my honorable mentions. And I have 2. I have Cal Riley. I think, again, we saw what he was able to do at Seattle.
Riley.
I call him Riley. Listen. And Bobby Witt Jr. Bobby Witt Jr. Also made my honorable mention, but could not crack the starting 5. That's my 2 honorable mentions.
Okay.
Here's your 7. Go ahead.
It's not true. It's only 5.
I'm really going to change the name of the segment to starting 10.
Well, that wouldn't make any sense.
It's this. We'll call it the Bengals defense.
Shouldn't it be like the starting 9 for baseball?
Go.
All right. My honorable mentions, Cal Raleigh. Kyle Schwarber. You know, hits the long ball. Yeah, chicks love that. He does.
Chicks do dig it.
Alex Bregman.
Yeah, I'm not putting him in there. Nope.
I'm just upset that most of these guys are all former Red Sox.
Yeah, good. Honorable mention, former Red Sox players.
Right. And we do have Roman Anthony.
You did not put him an honorable mention. If you put him in as an honorable mention.
No, but okay. I figured I'd just mention him.
Okay, thanks. Just mentions. We'll get the honorable mentions, just mention. All right, we'll try that.
And honorable mention, Clayton Kershaw.
Okay.
Only because he retired and it's nice to see him.
Yeah, I could see Kershaw. I would give that. All right.
So we're going to get an honorable mention.
All right. So we got honorable mention, just mention, and then honorable mentions. Okay. I see where we're going here. It's going to be one of these nights. All right. So at number 5 for me, I have Kyle Schwarber. I think he's such a vital part of what made the World Baseball Classic team has to do. They got to score some runs. I think anytime he's up at bat, he has the potential to go long. So to me, Kyle Schwarber at number 5 made the most sense.
I've got Bobby Witt Jr. at number 5.
All right.
I think he's such a dynamic player. He kind of reminds me if like Shohei and Mike Trout had a baby. You get Bobby Witt.
Somehow I got a visual of that. It's really weird.
That's the thing. You
know? And that's what it would come out looking like Bobby Witt.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Right. All right. At number 4 for me, I got Scooble. Tarek Scooble. So Scooble. That's what I said.
Ball.
But I will say this.
Ball.
I didn't realize, and I probably wouldn't even had him on my list, and I would have probably changed my list. But I watched some of the World Baseball Classic today, and I guess there's a 60 pitch count limit. Yeah, they can't pitch the whole game.
What?
Yeah. So
that's because they have those two guys on the rotation.
So what I would say is if he can't go for 7-8 innings, because he basically have to strike out a side, not even strike out a side, just pop up hits, get him out to actually complete game.
Well, that makes
that changes
Kershaw
it, right?
more important.
Right? This is what I'm saying. I don't know. Let me see if I can.
That's such a crap rule because that takes away my number 1 and number 2.
Tournament long pitch count limitations ranging from 65 to 95 pitches, depending on the round. So the first round, they can only go 65 pitches. The quarterfinals, they can go 80 pitches. In the finals, semifinals, championship, 95 pitches.
That's such a stupid rule.
But what the
hell is the difference?
Wait, it gets worse. 50 plus pitches, mandatory 4-day rest. They cannot pitch for 4 more days. The tournament doesn't last that long.
Oh my God, this is just so you know what?
30.
I was actually hopeful for this segment, and now it's just crap.
Right.
You know what? Screw WBC. I don't care.
30 to 49 pitches, they need mandatory 1-day rest. Consecutive days. If a pitcher throws on 2 consecutive days, they must have 1 day of rest.
Oh, this is just BS. BS. They're taking the one advantage the United States has, and they're throwing it out the window.
Their pitching is nasty. So, all right. So, who do you have at number 4?
Well, now at number 4, I'm going to have Scooble.
That's right. It changes everything.
It does change everything.
They don't they have games every day? That's my point, Hugo. They can't even, if they pitch 51 pitches, they can't pitch for 4 days. You can't use them again.
BS. It's BS.
All right, so I'm going to bump everybody, and I'm going to put at number 3, Paul Skeens. Skeens at number 3.
Yeah, he's my number 3 now.
Listen, these guys could do it though, Ron. First pitch ground out, first pitch pop up. That's 3, right? You could get through. That's 20.
Yeah, but he's gonna make people miss.
Ron, 27 pitches in a game. He could do it.
They can't.
He could do it. And then he's available after 1 day.
No, that's not happening. Those 2 guys are so good, people can't hit them.
And the funny thing is, and think about this too. You're trying to it's almost like you got to just pitch it over the
throw 9 pitches an inning.
Back in the day, you'd play with the kid in the back in your backyard, and you just give him that little soft pitch so he could hit it. It's that's what they have to do because otherwise, if you're trying to move the ball or go high to have them chase something and they don't, that's an extra pitch you just wasted. You just wasted a pitch. Just lob it over. Just lob it over.
Yeah. My number 3 is Skeens 2 now. That was my number 1 and number 2. That changes everything.
All right. So at what are we at? Number 2. Number 2, I have Bryce Harper.
I have Bryce Harper too. See, it's just all messed up.
All right. Bryce Harper, right? He's going to actually, the movie Hopper comes out. Hopper. Bryce Harper is I can't. I gotta stop. This Rhode Island accent sometimes really kicks in.
Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper. Harper.
Not Hopper.
Hopper. Bryce Harper.
Get to the Hopper.
Get now. And that number 1, because this segment already has gone completely sideways. Yeah, it's a train wreck. Aaron Judge. Yeah. Aaron Judge. I can't. I wonder if there's a hit count.
I don't know.
You want me to
But
check
that is
real
just
quick?
BS
Let me see
because
if there's
now it
one
just
here.
evens the playing field, and now there's no advantage for the United States. There's none.
Here are the rules. Let's see if we got any rules. Let's see. Designated pitcher pool, player eligibility, restrictions, injured, bereavement. They even have bereavement. What the hell? Mound visits, 3 batter minimum, designated hitter, official baseball rule, in regards to designated hitter. Okay.
Designated
replay,
what?
Hitter.
Oh, hitter. I thought you said something else. It sounded like you started it with an SH.
Baseball sizes.
Baseball sizes?
I don't know.
So what's the size of the bat
The
and balls?
base sizes. 18 inches, consistent with baseball.
That's a big bat.
Early termination for large leads. So again, you can
wait a minute. Wait. Early termination for
so
large
they
leads?
end the game. Yeah, they end the game if you're ahead.
Oh, I thought you were talking about base running. I was like, what?
Extra innings.
You go too far, you're out? Can't take that big of a lead.
I can't, man. Yes, sir. Yankee
I'm
legend.
not watching it. You just
No
turned me
R.
off of
There's no R. The Hopper. He spelled it. The Hopper. You need those. It's all mind games.
So baseball can screw.
All right. Well, let's because they're about to tip off in 19 minutes, but we're going to talk about some NBA here. And the return of Jason Tatum tonight for the Boston Celtics. They are facing the Dallas Mavericks. What's your expectations for him?
10 points, 3 assists, no rebounds.
Right. Obviously, minutes restriction. I think look, I started to look at it this way. We've talked about this in the past. And I think my mindset has changed a little bit with the Celtics team based on how they're performing. How great is it that you get a 6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA player back before the postseason?
Yeah, it's great.
Hugo, I'm not Hugo's trying to get us going tonight. Yeah, it counts, buddy. It counts, by the way. It counts. But I will say, I don't think they need Jason Tatum to be Jason Tatum. I know Tatum in his mind said he's not coming back to be a role player or bench player or whatever he's going to do. But they don't need him to be Jason Tatum right now. Derek White, Peyton Pritchard have come along with Derek White's averaging 17.3 points. Peyton Pritchard's averaging 16.8. Obviously, Jaylen Brown having an MVP season, 28.9 points per game. He's playing well on both ends of the court. You get Jason Tatum at 80% run. That's better than 75% of the NBA players that are there now.
Right.
So this legitimately gives the Boston Celtics a chance to win the East.
Yeah.
And I think the expectation has to be is, listen, if he averages 15 points a game, that's a benefit. Because now
I was saying 10 points for game 1
for this
tonight.
game. Yeah, but I'm saying overall, the expectation to me is I don't need Jason Tatum to average 25 points, 8 rebounds a game, 15 and
in
6.
fact, I would say, okay, if he has to start because of ego,
he's definitely
I'm
starting.
putting him in the first 5 minutes of the first half,
Which
and
we'll
then I'm
let you know
putting him in
live.
the first 5 minutes of the second half.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be obviously on a major
That's
restriction.
it. First game, that's what you're getting, Jason.
Can the Celtics get back to the championship with Jason Tatum at 80%?
Possible. I don't feel that any team is out of reach.
Does this put them ahead of Detroit in your mind?
I don't know if it puts them ahead, but
Even?
It puts them in the conversation.
Even? Right? To me, that the Detroit Pistons seem like the team to beat. I think they could listen. Everybody talks about what the Knicks did to the Celtics last season in the playoffs.
Yeah. Before
Tatum's injury.
Yeah.
I don't think the Knicks are going to perform as well in the postseason as they did last year.
I think they're much worse.
It's the Buffalo Bills situation when we talked about the NFL. The pressure's on the Knicks to get there.
Yeah.
I don't think they have the not Josh Hart, whose birthday, happy birthday, Josh Hart, the heart to get there. I just don't. I like Jalen Brunson. I think he's a very good player. I like, some of the pieces they have, but I don't feel like they're better than the Boston Celtics.
No, I don't feel that they're better either. In fact, that the Celtics are ahead of them.
In the thing that helped the Boston Celtics was Chase and Tatum being off the court, because a lot of these other players have proven that they can play at a solid level to high level and be productive. And they needed that because they got rid of some big pieces.
Absolutely. And that's what I was saying earlier in the NBA season, that if the Celtics can put themselves in a good position and then get Tatum back in time for the postseason, they can potentially get to the championships.
So I think this is going to be great. Obviously, when Tatum steps on the court, I'll let you know. I'm pretty sure he's starting tonight. That's the word on the airwaves, that he is definitely starting. But I'll let you know. Tip off in about 14 minutes there in Boston. So obviously that crowd's going to be pumped up too. This is a big return.
Can't wait till tip off.
Be productive. Be productive. I don't know what's going on tonight, but
I'm loving it.
Ron, guess what we're going to cover now? Major League Baseball. USA
I almost just swore just now.
USA is favored in the baseball classic. Do you believe they should be?
Well, there are two things. They should be favored.
But the pitching situation may be a problem, though.
I don't think they're winning it.
Okay. Really? So who's your winner?
I would probably say either Dominican Republic.
Who has some good players? Vlad Guerrero, Manny Machado, and Fernando Tatis Jr. So
their lineup is better.
Yeah.
And considering it doesn't matter who's pitching for them, because apparently it doesn't matter because they're going to limit the great pitchers that the United States has. So right there, it looks like to me, Dominican Republic is going to take it. And dare I say, maybe not even second place, because Japan has
won it last year.
Yeah. And they have Ohtani,
who already hit a grand slam the other day.
And Yamamoto.
Yeah.
Or Yamamoto.
Domi Warigato, Mr. Roboto.
Yes, exactly. Okay. They have 8 MLB players.
I will say this. The B pool, for the pool that the United States is in, B pool, Brazil, Great Britain, Italy, Mexico, and the United States. I do think they get out of the first.
Well, they shouldn't lose to any of those teams.
That's what I'm saying. So they should get through that, which at least gets them into the quarterfinals. Right. And then it's one game. Each game, if you lose, you're done.
Exactly.
So I guess the question
to
would
be honest, Eric, I don't use Scooble or Skeens at all in the opening rounds. Not at all.
And then let them just go.
They're not seeing the mound.
Yeah, let them go 7 innings, 8 innings in the quarterfinals, semifinals. What about this though, Ron? Does this bring excitement like the U.S. hockey did for the Olympics?
No, because
you don't feel.
Don't even know what's happening.
Okay. What about the excitement for flag football in the Olympics with NFL players? Like, do you feel like, are we going? Listen to me right now. We're done talking baseball for a little bit.
At this moment.
Well, that's going to really derail this podcast going forward if we're not. Yeah, we just don't like sports anymore. It's done. What do you want to talk about?
Opera.
Huge opera fan here.
Hey, they have a Phantom, so it can't be all that bad.
Who was the guy? Placido Domingo? Is that the guy? I don't even know if that's the thing.
I don't know.
Somebody help me out here, man. Who knows some opera? Flag baseball is better. Oh, flag baseball next. That would be fun.
How?
Think about it. The pitcher just keeps throwing pitches. If you can avoid the pitches and get to his flag before you get hit with a baseball to the dome. Like how cool
I'd
would that
actually
be?
watch that instead.
Right? Like that might be a Hugo. We're onto something here. Maybe they have like just a padded thing, and but it's just you get drilled. It's like, holy crap. I like it.
What is happening in this world?
I don't know, my friend, but we are gonna move on because we are just silly tonight. But
All
let's
right, so baseball doesn't matter. We already established that
we've
fact.
kind of established
This is not the first time we just blew off.
we're done. Although Roman Anthony's on the USA team, so
Roman Anthony is there.
Just mentioned. Hey, Ron, could you tell all the wonderful people out there about our good friends in Providence, Rhode Island?
Sure. Tonight's show is brought to you by the all-new 990 WBOB radio page, offering links to your favorite Providence shows, including Sports Unfolded and the Bryant Bulldog Sports Hour.
Bulldog.
At what point does it become the not new page? Just asking.
I don't. What is
when
the
is it
standard
not
on
new?
that? Yeah, right there. Is there a limit? Is it 6 months, a year, 2 years?
I don't know.
Maybe just go the page.
Maybe they just make a new one every month.
Which makes it new, because now it's a newer page. The all newer page. or Ron, you could actually go the newest page this month. Right? There you go.
I think they need to give us a newer.
We already have the new one. We need a newer one. Oh boy. All right, Ron. It is time for split decisions.
Something's gonna happen here. Oh. You're listening to the Sports Unfolded Comedy Hour.
Hey. All right.
It's an all newer show.
Our split decision segment. We basically ask each other two more likely questions and we have to make a decision. I am first this week, Ron. So your first split decision is which NBA team is more likely to finish number one in either points or points allowed? The Denver Nuggets, who lead in points by 120.5. The Heat are behind them by 119.9, so 0.6 points. Or the Boston Celtics, who currently lead at points allowed at 107.1. The Thunder are at 107.7, which is also 0.6 points behind. Who's more likely to...
What is the question on this?
Who is more likely
to
finish number one? Because right now, the Nuggets are ahead by 0.6 points for most points scored for the season. The Celtics, points allowed, they have allowed the least amount, but are only up by 0.6. Which one of those are going to finish first?
Denver.
Okay. All right. Why not the Celtics? They just get Jason Tatum back. That's another defensive player.
Yeah, but he might not play some defense.
Okay. All right.
He's not. They're not going to want him to jump a lot.
Yeah, don't jump. Don't run. Just stand at the other end of the court. We'll play 5-on-4. We don't want to take any chances.
That could happen.
I love it. I love the strategy.
I have more confidence in the Joker getting points than I have Jason Tatum stopping points.
Okay. All right. I like where you headed. Not really, but go ahead. I want to throw a baseball at it right now, and then you could try to grab the flag.
I'm glad you mentioned that, Eric, because my question Who poses the biggest threat to the USA in the WBC?
Well, we just talked about it. I think
I know.
Japan for sure. With
Okay, so
Otani
let me
in
give
the.
you the choices.
Oh, okay. I knew this was gonna
Japan,
be easy. Okay.
Dominican Republic,
Yeah.
Venezuela, or Puerto Rico?
I'm going with the two that we talked about earlier, and I think Japan poses the biggest threat because a lot of those players are already professionals, even if it's not with Major League Baseball. It's in the Japan Baseball League, which we've seen a lot of those players come over now to the major leagues and perform extremely well. So it's not like they can't play with these guys. So Japan won it last year. I could see Japan being the biggest one. I do like the Dominican Republic's roster. So I could see them being a threat, but I would go with Japan as the number one threat for the
I
US.
have more confidence in Japan's pitching.
Yeah, listen, again, they're pro pitchers. They're legitimate pitchers. Not that all these guys aren't pros, but Japan just seems to have they've had a solid baseball going on there. All right, Ron, your second split decision. Which quarterback is more likely to get his team to the postseason next year? Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, or Patrick Mahomes? Who's more likely to get his team back into the postseason next year?
Patrick.
I don't know. They just made a trade again. Duffy, their Pro Bowl cornerback, gone to the Rams.
Yeah.
Coming off the knee injury. I'm going Lamar here. I think Lamar Jackson actually has the best shot. Plus the division. I think
that's true.
Gives
That
him
is true.
a better path.
I just, I don't have hope for any of those teams.
I don't know what the Steelers are going to be. We don't know. We don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is playing that game again.
Aaron Rodgers
Mahomes, watch Hill go back to the Chiefs. I agree, Manny, but they're saying Hill might not even be back next season. He may not be able to play next year.
Well,
so even if he went back.
That's true too. I don't know. Oh, God. They all suck. What's the three choices again?
Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, or Patrick Mahomes.
Hell, it's not going to be Joe Burrow either. So
yeah, that team's going to be a nightmare.
I guess Lamar. You're probably right there. I guess
Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Pittsburgh.
Yeah, they have a weak division.
So that's probably 5 to 6 wins.
And now we don't have to worry about Mike Tomlin making the playoffs. So
yeah, does his streak go on when he goes to a new team?
I don't know how that works.
Okay,
his streak, I guess, does.
Okay.
Where is he coaching?
So he's going streaking. He is not coaching this year. He's taking a year off.
Done.
So you think it's over?
If he's not coaching this season, it's over.
You don't consider it? So when he comes back, no consecutive, done? Mike Tomlin?
Tough.
Over.
Tough noogies.
Over. I'm going to do the Vince Carter. Over. I just hit them like that. Well, something was getting hit today, Ron, and I can't hit you. So your second split decision.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
With the addition of Jason Tatum in the lineup, how far will Boston go in the postseason?
Eastern Conference Finals. Eastern
Conference Finals?
Yes.
Conference semifinals or first round exit?
I'm going Conference Finals. Well rested, gets his body in shape next 20 games, basketball ready. Why not? I can't see why they can't do it. I think the East is wide open. The West is tougher. And we could probably name 4 or 5 teams that could go in the West. The East, it's like just stick it. Throw a wet paper towel on the wall and see what sticks. Like there's no. That was a bad analogy.
Like I think if
finals,
I don't know.
Hugo's going
Minnesota
finals.
Was in the East, they would probably be at least the top 2 teams.
Yeah. Finals, maybe. It depends on who's there in the finals. Maybe Hugo. I could see that. Then listen, to your point, Minnesota, who's like a third, fourth, whatever they are, could make it to the Western Conference. Denver can make it to Western Conference. Spurs, OKC. I'd still throw Houston in there. You don't know. Like, there's so much questions in the West. I think, listen, there's your top heavy.
Plus that spectacular team.
I don't have any money to
the
sell.
LA
Sorry.
Lakers.
No problem, buddy. Don't worry about it, Jake. They ain't making it past the Pistons. Pistons are probably the biggest challenge. I would agree with you there, Manny. But can I ask you this question, Manny? Have the Pistons made it to the postseason before, and how would they perform? We don't know. We don't know. So again, the Pistons, conference finals, Def. Listen, I think the Pistons are a great team, but we don't know what they are yet in the postseason. Everything changes.
They are what we thought they were.
But the postseason changes. The way basketball is played in the postseason is a lot different than it is in the regular season.
It is.
The game slows down a little bit. It's more half
the
court.
injuries too. Yeah, there's probably at least 2 or 3 players that are going to blow out their Achilles in the postseason.
Don't say that again.
I'm just saying.
All right, Celtics are shooting around here. We'll see. Jason Tatum's return is on the doorstep. All right, Ron, we'll talk some NHL while we wait.
On my doorstep? What?
They're on your doorstep. We're going to talk a little more NHL here with Evgeny Malkin. He's facing
who?
Evgeny Malkin.
Okay.
Evgeny Malkin possibly facing a ban. I haven't seen anything pop up. What are your thoughts on if he deserves one or not? So he's already received 2 suspensions in his career. 2019, 1 game for high stick, and in 2022, 4 games for cross-checking. So obviously the history of the player sometimes goes into effect with their decisions as well.
Look, I saw the play. Yes, he did almost chop his head off. And he'll get something for it. Probably get, I don't know, maybe 4 games, 5 games, and he'll probably serve 3.
Okay, yeah, nothing's been. Looks like.
Let me tell you, Rasmus Dahlin is deserving of it. Like, personally, if I was on the ice, I probably would have mauled him. Because, like, first of all, look at all the cheap cross checks and the cross check into the back of the head. You know, what's Malkin going to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, when you do it that often and it's not getting called, you tend to get a little upset. And he lashed out. And you know what? Rightfully so. Not right to chop his head, you know. So he does deserve it. But you know what? Rasmus Dahlin is a dirty player. I've seen it time after time with him. And across, you know, all teams, I've seen how he works. He's dirty. And he does it quietly so that way, you know, he doesn't get caught.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Is this the nail in the Penguins' coffin when it comes to the postseason?
No, because
obviously Crosby out.
Got
Malkin.
Sidney Crosby skating already.
Oh, do they? So he might come back earlier than expected? Yeah. Okay. 46 games for Malkin. 13 goals, 34 assists. He's a plus 13 on the season.
Yeah.
So,
you know, the points aren't there, but his value on that team is tremendous. He's a great player.
He is.
39.
I didn't realize he was that old.
Down.
Yeah, 39 years old. 39 years old, Malkin. He's up there.
This could be his last shot.
Yeah.
So, look, he's probably going to get suspended. Like I said, anywhere 3 to 5 games. You know, and deservedly so. I don't think it's going to be a long suspension, but man, I just want somebody to beat the snot out of Dahlin. Really.
All right.
The Bruins have him on the list. He's dirty.
Okay,
He's dirty.
I believe you. You're the hockey guy. All right.
Worse than Marchand ever was.
Oof. All right, let's talk some pick and roll here, my friend.
It's time for pick and roll.
Thank you, Kenny.
Tonight's pick and roll, season 6, episode 10, Avalanche of Deals. Our pick and roll tonight is top. These players are all 10-time Pro Bowlers, all on the defensive side of the ball. These are some phenomenal players. This was a tough list. This really was. So we have Lawrence Taylor, Mike Singletary, Mel Renfro, Ronnie Lott, Joe Green, and Aaron Donald. We're going to rank them from 6 to 1. This was a tough one for me.
Hunter? Either of the Hunters?
Who?
Mel
Hunter?
No, Mel Renfro, goof. Is he related to Hunter Renfro? Whether the football or the baseball player?
I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. All right. So I am first this week, so I will start you off with my pick and roll. And again, where these guys are placed, I think we could be very different here, or we could be aligned, Ron, but I could see it going either way. At number 6, I had Mel Renfro, 52 interceptions, 3 touchdowns, 2 sacks, 12 forced fumbles, 10-time Pro Bowler, 2-time champ, but didn't have any other accolades, so it was tough to put him anywhere else. 52 interceptions, really good. At number 5, I had Mean Joe Green, 77 and a half sacks, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, 10-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and 4 championships with those Steelers. But again, I don't know why. He didn't stand out as much as some of these other guys. At number 4, and this is where I started to really question where I was putting people, Mike Singletary, I put at number 4. The problem back in the day is they didn't have tackles as a stat. So it's really tough because I really feel if tackles were a stat, he'd be high.
Machine.
Yeah, he'd be much higher on this list. But without knowing that, it got a little difficult. So 19 sacks, 7 interceptions, 15 forced fumbles. He was a 10-time Pro Bowler, 7-time All-Pro, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, or 4 different Defensive Players of the Year, and a 1-time champion. At number 3, I went Ronnie Lott, another tackling machine. 63 interceptions, 5 touchdowns off of those interceptions, 1,146 tackles, which is insane to think about. 20 forced fumbles, 8.5 sacks, 10-time Pro Bowler, 6-time All-Pro, 4-time champion. But I don't count those champions. Yes, he was a part of the championships, but you also had Joe Montana. You also had Jerry Rice. You had some of the. I'm not saying
count them.
It's not that I don't count them. I don't think they're as vital because of who he played with too and the team around him.
What? He was the anchor of that defense.
Okay, so take Joe Montana off that team. They're 4-time champions?
They might be.
Jerry Rice, 4-time champions? The greatest receiver of all time? Come on, buddy. Come on. Anyway, at number 2 for me, I had Aaron Donald. 111 sacks in his career, 24 forced fumbles, 543 tackles, 10-time Pro Bowler, 8-time All-Pro, which is tied for the most on this list, 7 different Defensive Player of the Year awards. He was a Defensive Rookie of the Year, and he had the 1 championship. But at number 1, it's still the man, the myth, the legend, the greatest linebacker of all time in my eyes, Lawrence Taylor, 142 sacks, 9 interceptions, 41 forced fumbles, Ron. The guy was, if he wasn't sacking you, he was making sure you lost the ball. 10-time Pro Bowler, 8-time All-Pro, 2-time MVP, plus 6 different Defensive Player of the Years, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and a 2-time champion. LT, number 1 on my list. But these were some great defensive plays.
Yeah, they were. We're a little different, not much. Very little different. Number 6, I do have Mel Renfro. I mean, because of the time he's in, he really gets screwed with the numbers.
Yeah.
But again, he didn't have any All Pro, and so no champion, 2 Super Bowls, but no MVPs or Defensive Player of the Years. I don't think they existed back then. You also don't have any forced fumbles because that wasn't a stat back
Yeah.
then. So he was number 6. I still think, though, he would still be number 6, even if they did keep track of all that stuff. Number 5, though, I have Mike Singletary.
Okay.
And Joe Green I had at number 4, so I flip-flopped those from your list. And the reason was because Joe Green, even though he had 3 less...
I don't want to interrupt you, but they're announcing Jason Tatum right now in the starting lineup.
Yeah.
There he is. JT back on the court.
Yeah. Joe Green had 3 less All Pros than Mike Singletary, but still had the 2 Defensive Player of the Year. But Joe Green had 3 more Super Bowls than Singletary.
Yeah,
so I had to take that in consideration. Plus, he had a commercial.
Yeah, the Coke throwing the kid. Yeah, but I will say that 7 All Pros for Mike Singletary.
Yes, I know. That's pretty
the
impressive.
best linebacker. Yes. But go ahead.
Yes. Number 3, despite my arguing with you, I still had Ronnie Lott at number 3.
Okay.
But it was really, really close with Aaron Donald at number 2. Ronnie Lott did have 3 more Super Bowls, and despite what you're saying, he did anchor that defense, and they would not win any of those if he wasn't there.
I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying they wouldn't win those if he wasn't there. Period. He did have 2 less All Pros, but those 3 Super Bowls were by far more important. But the 3 Defensive Player of the Years for Aaron Donald put me with him over that. So that made up for those Super Bowls, because it is much more difficult to win a Super Bowl now than what it was then. But number 1, it wasn't close. Like, I knew he was number 1 just looking at the names. 142 sacks to 111 for Aaron Donald. That's a massive gap. 9 interceptions. Also 41 forced fumbles was ridiculous.
That was an insane stat.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he also has 11 fumble recoveries out of that too.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. The man was just a turnover machine.
Right. And to get 2 touchdowns on top of all of that. And who knows how many tackles he had. I mean, 2 Super Bowls, 10 Pro Bowls, 8 All-Pro, 1 MVP in 1986 across the board out of all of those.
Yeah.
But I think the AP is really the one that you pay attention to.
Yeah, I know. There's so many different awards.
And 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards. He was clearly number 1. Clearly. Wasn't even.
I will say that Manny put up the comment, right? He wasn't born in that era, but he did see some videos. And listen, I will tell you this. There was a man that disrupted a game every single week. It was Lawrence Taylor. There was not we talk about some of these great defensive players
best
now.
Defensive player probably ever.
So I really think that unfortunately people who didn't get to see him play in that era, and yes, it was a little bit different when it came to the physicality and what they were able to do, but he would dominate today. Like, he was just that. If it wasn't the power, it was the speed. He could do it all. So no, this was a great list. It was tough. It was very tough.
A great list.
Very
Could
tough.
you imagine if your defense had all of these guys on the field?
Oh, forget it. You're
I
winning.
don't even care what position they play.
Yeah,
They
you're
can play
winning
all the same position. You're winning.
every week, without a doubt.
I'm not even sure you would need any other players on the
You
field.
would need
at
an
the same
offense. You would need an offense. So, Ron, before we move on to our predictions, can we tell everybody out there about the Hall of Fame?
time. Absolutely, Eric.
So,
Go
obviously, John Madden, he is now in, Ray Lewis now into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, but that means you all have a chance to help us induct the next member of the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. The polls are closing after this week.
Wait, are they?
Yeah, we're in a new month.
Oh man, that came fast.
So make sure you scan this QR code right now if you're on the phone. Take a picture, do whatever you got to do to get on this after. But scan that QR code. It'll bring you to the poll site, and for the NHL. And those players are.
Oh, me, Mark Messier, Brian Trottier, Dale Howardchuk, Marcel Dion, Narcel's brother,
Yes,
and Peter Stastny.
and right now the polling, we have a tie between Mark Messier and Marcel Dion.
No.
So right now there's a tie with that. So
I'm going to break that tie.
So cast
As soon as I
your
can figure
votes.
out how to do it.
Cast your votes now. Let's change that. Let's get a winner for the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. So,
of course, you'll be a lot faster than I'll ever be.
and for the Olympics, again, now scan this QR code right now, and you can nominate one of these great Olympic athletes, which are
Irene Wust, Ariana Fontana, Natalie Geisenberger, Lydia Skoblakova, and Bonnie Blair.
Bonnie Blair is actually leading in that one. Pele is in. The Zidane didn't get in the last time. Pele is in, Manny. Go to the website.
Do we need to go back to it?
But Pele is in, Mia Hamm, and Zidane is in. They are in. Everybody on the right-hand side is already into the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame, Manny. So Mia Hamm, Pele, and Zidane is in for football, soccer, as some of us call it in the United States. So those two are in. So you can help the next inductees. Scan those QR codes. If you didn't get to it yet, you could always replay this afterwards, scan those codes, and help us vote. The polling will close after this week, so we will have some new members to the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. All right, Ron.
Yeah, see, Manny, you gotta. Whoa, who is screaming?
Yeah, this is.
Wait, is that LeBron with his injury?
That might be LeBron.
Sciatica.
Sciatica. Oh, I read it wrong. My bad. No problem, Manny. No, yeah, definitely. Listen, go to the Sports Unfolded website. I don't know if you could bring that up, Ron, as well. And it will give you a breakdown of whoever's in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. So that website right there, sportsunfolded2021.wixsite.com. You can go in there and click on the Hall of Fame link, and it will bring that up, as well as check out Rhode Island Broadcasting.net for all of the great programming that they offer as well. So check that out. Okay. All right, Ron, it is prediction time. We've got some people out there, so I feel pretty good about that, Ron. Jay the GOAT. All right. So last week, 7-2 for this.
Calling me a clown?
7. I don't know what's going on there. 7-2 for me.
I don't either.
Ron,
That's messed up, man.
5-3. James 4-4. You go 4-4. At least you got 500
like real
there.
Franchises.
So with that, my friends, it is time for you all to get back on the predictions. So what I will say is this: if you can beat us, you can get some prizes. There's some great prizes out there. So, all right, Ron. The first game that we are predicting this week on 3/6, that's tonight. Got the New York Knicks at the Denver Nuggets. I'm going Knicks here. I'm actually going Knicks here. I feel like they're going to travel well on this road trip. So that I'm going Knicks.
You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. They're going to be in Denver.
Yep.
Mile
Going
high.
Knicks. Yep. Going Knicks.
I'm taking Denver. This is going to be an easy week for me if you're going to pick like that.
All right, you guys out there got picks. New York Knicks at the Denver Nuggets. That is tonight in the NBA. So we'd love to see who you're picking. So who do you got? The Nugs. Hugo's got the Nugs. Manny, do you have a pick? Anyone else that's out there? Do you have some picks? Jake. Love to hear from you guys. 6-piece nuggets from my man, Manny.
I can go for a 6-piece nugget right now.
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad. All right, on 3/8, you got the Boston Celtics at the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ron, who are you taking?
I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics.
All right. I'm going with the Celtics as well. Listen, I think Harden's still out. Again, I think that they're going to get some momentum here with the Tatum return. So I think the Celtics go on a little bit of a winning streak for the next couple of weeks here. So I'm going Celtics as well. By the way, bond burner here in Boston. It's 3-2 Dallas after about 4 minutes. So yeah, they're all going crazy here. Boston for Hugo.
Well, for a minute there, I thought it said bros.
4-2 Dallas right now, by the way. Cooper Flag hitting free throws.
All of our Atlanta fans are like, well, who cares about the Celtics? What about the Hawks? The Hawks rule.
I learned my lesson betting against the Celtics. All right, Manny. As you said that, Jaylen Brown just hit a 5-4 Boston. All right. Also in the NBA, Ron, we got the Houston Rockets at the San Antonio Spurs. I told you I believe the Spurs are going to take the Western Conference. They're going to beat a lot of these good teams in the West to get there. So I'm going with San Antonio.
Yeah, I went San Antonio as well, Eric. I just think right now they're the better team. In fact, I believe they are 9-1 in their last 10. I don't know if they played last night, but that's pretty good in my book. So I went with San Antonio at home.
Manny's going San Antonio. Listen, Wemby's just on another level right now. Hugo's going Spurs as well. All right. NHL action tonight, Ron. You got the Colorado Avalanche at the Dallas Stars. It's a big game.
That's tonight?
That is tonight. So those players may not be available yet. Yeah.
Right. I'm going Dallas tonight.
Yeah, I went Dallas as well. I think at home, they play really well at home. So I went Dallas as well. I already know Manny's going Dallas. Anything Dallas, he goes. What's that song? I left my heart in San Francisco. Manny left his heart in Dallas.
He's going through the big D and don't mean Dallas.
Oh, come on, man.
Going through the big D and don't mean Dallas. Ding, 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 ding,
wow.
Ding, 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 ding. That means divorce, you Momo.
I don't know what you were talking about. I'm not even going to get involved here. Dallas, clean sweep on that one. What about on the 8th? We've got the Tampa Bay Lightning at the Buffalo Sabres. It's my pick. I went Buffalo here. I'm going to Sabres. I think they're going to make this playoff push, and they're great at home. They play really well at home. Tampa Bay don't.
Yeah, I went Buffalo as well because I think they made some great trades. It didn't cost them really anything off of their roster. That look, I think they might take this division.
I think Hugo's thinking what I was thinking because he just put
That goaltending is no
Oof.
joke for Buffalo, by the way.
Yeah.
The Lion King.
Oh, yeah? Simba.
Well, his last name is Lion.
Ah. Lightning for Manny. Sabres for Hugo. All right. Also on the 8th, you got the Edmonton Oilers at the Vegas Golden Knights. Ron, who are you taking?
I'm going Edmonton.
Oof, okay.
I'm a little worried about Vegas's goaltending. Aiden has not had a good season, and you got to go up against some offensive power. And I think Edmonton is right now in desperate mode, and I think they're going to win that game.
Yeah, I'm not trusting the Oilers. I think they still been too inconsistent. I went Vegas because they're at home. I like Vegas at home, so I went to Golden Knights here. If you want the stat line for Jason Tatum, he's sick about 6 minutes. He's on the bench now. 0.2 rebounds, 2 assists. So
he got rebounds, so he is jumping.
So we've got some high hopes here for Jason Tatum with 0 points and 2 rebounds, 2 assists in 6 minutes. All right. Big college matchup. Again, these two are just some of the biggest rivals in college basketball history. Got tomorrow afternoon, number 17 North Carolina Tar Heels at number 1 Duke Blue Devils. I went Duke here. They are by far the best team in college basketball right now. I went Duke.
Yeah, I went Duke too. The gap is much larger than the actual rankings. Duke is just way too good, and they're going to be at home. There's no way. Count it already. Duke wins.
They don't lose to North Carolina on the road?
No, at home.
At home, I mean, yes. Yeah. So Duke, North Carolina at Duke. Who do you gentlemen have? I don't think they like to call it Dookie. All right, the Dookies. Hugo. Or he has to go to the bathroom. I don't know. Give me the undergod. Maybe not the underdog. We're going to give him the undergod. Man, he's going North Carolina. The guy's on deal. Okay, I don't even know what's going on here. All right, World Baseball Classic. I think that game's at 8:00 tonight. USA versus Brazil. You're watching it.
It's USA. I'm not watching it.
So what happened? Let me ask you this: 3rd inning, Skeens pitching or Skubal, and they have 49 pitches. Do you take them?
Absolutely. It's Brazil. You think I'm going to leave him in there against Brazil? I'll put Webb in there.
So USA versus Brazil in the World Baseball
I'll even
Classic.
put Roman Anthony in there.
Manny's going
he's not
USA.
Going to play much.
Manny's going USA.
What is that, Hugo?
Isn't that the symbol for the female?
Well, that's what I'm trying to...
What sport? It's baseball, the World Baseball Classic. I know it throws you off, but it's baseball, not hockey. WBC, USA. Got it.
I mean, it's Brazil. Right. They're only
good
at
soccer. I'd pick Brazil. That's a good call. See? But all right.
Right. I would pick Brazil too, because like their whole roster would be one-name players, and you got to go with them.
All right. There's an Iams commercial that keeps coming up, and the only time I look, and it shows a dog pooping. Going on.
They show that?
They show the dog like squatting down, having a poop come out. I don't understand what the hell's going on in these commercials. Hey, Jimmy Butler's making commercials. His knee must be all right. All right. NASCAR, Ron. We need a top 5 driver for the Straight Talk Wireless
and I wanted
500
to congratulate you
in Phoenix.
because I don't know how
Went on
you
the
did
limb.
it. I don't know how you did that.
Shane Van Gissenblame.
He came in second.
Yes, he did. This guy.
What, did he run out of gas? Did somebody put a police strip there across
Cheez-It
in front of
commercial.
him?
Yeah.
I sense some foul play.
No, I'm just saying. Wing stops. He does wing stops too. All right.
So I got a point and you got 2 points.
No.
Correct?
You got a loss and I got 2 points. That's how it works, my friend.
Guy came in second.
So still a loss. You lost to my guy. So you got to make it good this week.
But the good news is that we now have 1 winner under our belts already in 3 races.
3 weeks. Yep. 3 weeks in.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is our second week in a row we've picked a top 5 driver.
Yes, sir. So we do all right with these. We do pretty good with these.
Yeah, we're pretty good at these.
Couldn't tell you.
And we had the number 1 and number 2 drivers in this one.
I'm still picking with whoever Ron picks. Wow, Manny. Jeez.
Because I'm more consistent at it.
No, here we go. All right. So Ron, who's your pick and Manny's pick? Who's your pick and Manny's pick? Yeah.
I am going with Christopher Bell. He did finish top 5 last week. And he is due for, well, everybody's due for a win because it's been only Tyler Reddick.
Oh, look, I didn't even say it yet. And my man Hugo's going with Ryan Blaney for the win. All right.
I was going to pick him, to be honest with you.
Yeah, see,
it was between him and Bell.
Hugo, look at that. The wavelengths going through their computers right now and your phones and whatever. Ryan Blaney, you're feeling it. I love it.
It's all right,
love
Manny.
it.
I think they're securing this one.
Wavelengths. All right. Our show's about to come to an end, Ron. Which means it's final thoughts time. And our final thoughts.
I have a crazy stat.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do any crazy stats this week. You should have said something. What do you got?
All right. So, Tyler Reddick won the 3 races this year.
In a row. Yep.
There have been 29 times in history a driver has won 3 in a row.
Okay.
This is the first time it's ever happened the first 3 races.
3 races. Wow.
First time ever.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't it?
That is crazy.
I mean,
has anybody won 4 in a row? Has anybody won 4 in a row?
No. Well, nobody's won
more than 3 in a row.
Not at the start, but
no, I know, but I'm just saying.
Know.
Let me see.
I don't know about that one. I find that hard to believe. Maybe Richard Petty way back.
Drivers with 3 consecutive. Richard Petty. You are. What is going on? Your mind is crazy. 10 consecutive races during the 1967 season.
Yeah.
He won 10 straight races.
Yeah, he was.
That's
he was
crazy.
Dominant.
Right.
That's
crazy.
why he's the king.
And he's in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame.
And Richard he is Petty. In the Hall of Fame.
He is in the Sports Unfolded Hall of Fame. All right, Ron. That was a great stat. Crazy stat. I didn't even do a crazy stat today.
I know. You disappointed me.
I know. I mean, we started getting into the burger wars.
I picked up the slack.
Right,
I came out of the bullpen and brought one.
How many pitches did you throw, though? Because can you go consecutive?
Yeah, no, I can go another game.
You're good. All right. So, Ron, it is final thoughts time, and our final thoughts don't necessarily have to be about anything sports related. It can be about anything happening in the world today. Usain Bolt could beat him. He could probably beat him. Usain Bolt was just off the charts. Off the charts.
He was like lightning.
He was, and I remember the point, man. That thing's still. Yes, we get it. Very good, Ron. Yeah. Okay, here you go. I haven't been many of those tonight either. All right, my final thought is actually about a football legend who passed away this week. Lou Holtz, the phenomenal head coach, passed away at the age of 89 this week. 249 wins only 132 losses, 7 ties, 6th all-time in bowl wins. He did have the one championship with Notre Dame. Coached in 6 different schools around William and Mary, North Carolina State, Arkansas, Minnesota, Notre Dame, and finished his career with South Carolina.
Isn't that 7?
No, 6. 1, 2.
Well, you said William
and
Mary.
Mary. You got it. Okay, here you go. So, obviously, a coaching legend. Never really heard a negative thing about him. He did try to coach in the pros. I don't even think he made the full season. Just was a great coach of young men to get them to the next level. 89 years old. I loved him on TV too when they had him on TV. So big loss for the college football world. Lou Holtz passes away at the age of 89. Our condolences go out to him and his family.
Absolutely. He's
a
legend.
That was my final thought.
That's a good one. They've been dropping a lot this year.
A lot of yes.
All right. My final thought is something that we've started on the Going On Daily show. Some of you may watch it. Some of you may not know of it, but check it out on Rhode Island Broadcasting, because we had one of our co-hosts, Becky, went to Uganda on, one of those mission journeys, I guess. And she worked with a lot of children and like the schools and families that are out there. And if you see the Monday show, she kind of explains a lot of it. So it was so moving that we have decided that we were going to step into the ring and try to do what we can to help these people. Now, to put things in perspective, they have to walk 6 miles just to get to the nearest school. And to do that, they have to cross territories that risk their lives. So there are kidnappings, witch doctors, the whole bit. It is absolutely crazy what these kids have to do to go to school, if they can even afford it. So it costs about $500 to send one child to school. Doesn't sound like it's much, but that's what it's like in United States. Our dollar is way more. It's like, I don't know, 67,000 shillings in their country. So a dollar goes a long way there. So we're trying to raise money for the school doesn't have a roof, so they can't put kids in that school until they do, because it's too hot. So they're trying to raise $4,000 for the school to put the roof on. Now, our co-host Chuck on Mondays, he is a roofer. So if we can raise $4,000 for that roof, he will go to Uganda and actually put the roof on the building.
Wow, that's phenomenal. That's awesome.
So we're all banding together for this, and we're trying to send some kids to school. We're trying to help those families that, Becky even saw some of the bodies. And it's just moving. It was a very tough segment to get through on that episode, and we're trying to do what we can. So look, watch the episode, story time from Going On Daily, and watch that episode, and then go to the website rhodeislandbroadcasting.net, and you can donate there. So it's rhodeislandbroadcasting.net, Uganda-donations. So look, we're trying to do what we can, even if we only get $5. it goes a long way there. It goes a long way to help the families. But like I said, anything helps. Anything helps. So check out the page. Let's see if we can raise some money through, the fans of Going On Daily and the fans here at Sports Unfolded, Metro Atlanta, Providence. Let's go. Let's see if we can step up and we can do something to help somebody out.
Once again, that website, Rhode Island Broadcasting.net/Uganda-donations. Think about all the lives you could impact, as simple as $1. Just that'd be phenomenal, Ron. That is a remarkable story. And
we're trying to do everything we can for it. I mean,
if you can do me a favor, Ron, next show you do it, Becky, please thank her from me, just for her commitment to trying to make this world a little bit better place. Yeah. So that's phenomenal.
Absolutely.
That is phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I'll donate some people from other countries. Yeah, there are so many people, right, that really need our help. And listen, some of us are in much better situations. So let's see what we can do to help out. I think that's a great cause, Ron. And I appreciate those words. I really do.
Yeah.
All right. That is our show for today. I want to thank Manny, Hugo. We had some a ton of people on. Jake, one of our regulars as well. Phoenix, thank you for joining as well. We appreciate the support. We ask that you tell your friends about Sports Unfolded. Check out all our social media platforms. Like them, share them, follow us, watch us every Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We love having this interaction with all of you. We appreciate all of our loyal fans. You guys have been amazing. Makes it so much fun. We look forward to seeing you guys every week as well. Ron, as well as you, I appreciate all you do for the show and all the time you put in. So thank you for that as well. Everyone out there, we hope you have a wonderful night. And all we ever ask for every single show is that we finally have peace on earth.
Have a great night, everybody.